market did not greet IBM, or for that matter, Intel, seemingly better than expected numbers was much enthusiasm. Intel also fell last week. The next big tech company to report, it's eBay after the bell today. The most visited e-commerce site in the U.S. is expected to show profit was little changed versus a year earlier. To preview the numbers, we're joined by Steve Weinstein. He's an analyst with Pacific Crest Securities, and he's joining us from Portland, Oregon right now. Steve, thanks a lot for joining us to talk about eBay here. So it looks like expectations are fairly tempered for how eBay is going to do. There's been a lot of concern about its core business, competition from Amazon, and how eBay is faring against that company. What are you expecting here?
Well, I think the quarter went reasonably well relative to the expectations that have been set out there, so it wouldn't surprise me if the company actually posts a little bit of upside to kind of the consensus estimates that are out there. When you put that in the backdrop, they're probably still going to underperform overall growth in e-commerce, at least within their core marketplace businesses. And we hope to get some sort of update on the progress the company's making to try and kind of re-accelerate that back up to at least a market growth and, their obvious goal of trying to actually gain share at some point.
Now, there was a report out from a company called Channel Advisor that was in late December that said eBay's same-store sales in the holiday season actually rose about 6%. That was according to Channel Advisor's own estimates. What are you expecting in the realm of same-store sales?
Yeah, it's harder to break it out that way because eBay doesn't report that number.
Right.
My guess is the U.S. marketplace, if you back out Motors, their GMV will probably grow about 3%. I think Channel Advisor, they tend to work with some very high-quality merchants, some of the larger merchants, the types of merchants that eBay is really trying to funnel more sales through. So my guess is Channel Advisor's business is doing better than eBay's overall. But for the platform itself, probably about 3% growth.
Steve, talk to me about the numbers that we may see today. Will they get some impetus from what was happening during the holiday with eBay focusing on those holiday deals from retailers? They had a couple of I guess lures there: free shipping, guaranteed returns on new items and such.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we saw e-commerce generally strengthening throughout the fourth quarter, so I think that's something that's going to help eBay and probably tip the balance a little bit for them in terms of how the quarter shakes out, maybe giving them a little bit of upside. But what you're seeing in terms of free shipping, lower prices, that's a strategy that management's had in place for a while now, and this will be somewhat of a measure to the success that's had. I think they're facing some challenges though, in the sense that free shipping's kind of almost becoming a custom, and everyone knows you can go get it from Amazon or a lot of other places. I don't know. That seems to be more of catch-up than actually kind of moving ahead of the competition.
So Steve, what is eBay going to be able to do to turn things around more significantly? The company has turned away a little bit on its reliance on the auction model, gone over to some more fixed-price products. Is that going to be what helps it recover?
Well, that's what they think. They look at the market and they think auctions is a sizable market. The fixed price is a much larger market, and they want to try and move into the fixed price market more fully. They think that's just a bigger opportunity. I'm kind of skeptical of that strategy. I think there are a lot of companies that offer a fixed price buying experience, and they do it very, very well. I think part of that move is making eBay less interesting. It's kind of killing what makes them unique and kind of a fun reason why people shop there. So I'm kind of skeptical of the strategy, but that is what management hopes to do.
Well, Steve, are we also perhaps going forward this year going to see some higher ad rates as well?
You mean just broadly across the internet?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, actually, we're actually already starting to see CPMs increasing across most of the major web publishers. So I think that's probably going to continue. eBay's, that kind of helps and hurts them in the sense that, they are a big advertiser, but they've also been increasing the advertising on their site, so there's a little bit of an offset there.
All right, Steve Weinstein of Pacific Crest. Sounds like the expectations going into this one not as high as they were for Intel and IBM. Steve, thanks.